I'll probably be gone before I get back over there.
But, Coach, you're coming off a tough loss as we traveled up to Maryville. Maryville pulled away in the second half to defeat LaGrange College 48-17 on the road there. Of course, they're the defending conference champion, but Panthers now go to 3-2, 1-2 overall in conference play. It's a tough ball game last week. This weekend.
It was really tough. You know, Mike Rader does a great job with that program. He's been there for 3 or 4 years now, and they did win the conference last year. So we knew it was going to be a tough game going into it. I just kind of wish we had played a little bit better than we did, you know, and tried to have stayed in it to the end and maybe have tried to pull out a win. But they really do a great job, and, you know, they were a heavy senior, junior laden team, and you know, definitely with our guys being mostly sophomores and a few seniors, it was tough.
Well, it really was kind of a tale of two halves. Y'all start off driving down, getting a field goal. Jeffco putting it up for 3. They come back with 2 scores real quick. They miss an extra point, 13-3. But y'all, again, to score again. Looked pretty tight there in the first half.
Yeah, I think we were clicking. You know, we went down on our first drive, and I kind of felt like Griffin Raleigh got robbed. You know, it looked like he got across the plane, and they marked him dead on the 1. And of course, we weren't able to, you know, punch it in from there. But Will Jeffco did a good job getting us 3 points on the board. But, you know, overall, we were able to hang with them in the first half and really, you know, unfortunately got a little banged up, which is what I think really attributed to us struggles in the second half.
We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about those injuries and what to expect as we go forward. We're also going to have a special time tonight as we're going to be able to talk about some of the coaches, some of the folks that are there on the sidelines building these young men out at LaGrange College for the LaGrange College Panthers. Well, right now, we'll take our first break. You're listening to the Coach Matt Mumme Show right here on Eagle Sports.
You choose a dentist. You want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Students at LaGrange College travel to places like London, Tokyo, and the jungles of Costa Rica through our Study Away commitment. First-year freshmen are provided a voucher worth up to $2,500 for an off-campus travel experience their junior or senior year. Attend college close to home and still see the world at LaGrange College. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
It robs you of the very pleasure of life, back pain, and it's a national problem.
Low back pain is one of the most common and expensive maladies in our country.
Dr. Jim Aspinwall.
Research has shown that for patients who are diagnosed with herniated disc, diagnosed as needing surgery, 86% of those cases respond to what we do.
The Aspinwall Clinic. Safe, gentle, and extremely effective treatment.
Non-surgical, non-drug relief of the cause of back pain and sciatica.
Aspinwall Clinic, 706-884-8360.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Welcome back to the Coach Matt Mumme Football Show right here on Eagle Sports. We're across the street from WLAG Studios at the Brick House, having a great time tonight. Coach has had a pizza already. I got a fried BLT sandwich waiting on me over there, so I'm kind of excited. Of course, I think the Lukens had the seared ahi tuna. So they're eating healthy over there. That's real good.
They were trying to go healthy.
Yeah.
You know, trying being the key word. With pizza in the middle of the table.
I think Jeff said he just had to wait her out. So anyway, let's talk a little bit more about the ball game on Saturday. A tough trip up to Maryville, Tennessee. Maryville comes away with a win with that one, 48-17. But the second half was really a difficult one. A lot of guys got banged up in that second half, especially.
Yeah, we're definitely licking our wounds today, and you know, our injury report came in from our athletic trainer who does a great job. That's Rob Dix. Kind of shoot him a shot out there, but he was busy today and busy yesterday with about 17 guys on that injury report. So we're definitely licking our wounds. Not a lot of serious things, just things that are going to be nagging from here on out. So it's definitely tough.
A lot of football left to play in this season. We continue with the conference schedule on down the line. I know that quarterback Graham Craig stepped out of the ball game, brought in Shelby Wilkes, sophomore quarterback out of Valdosta, and played a little bit in the ball game. Talk a little bit about that young man's progression and stepping into a tough spot.
Yeah, and I love Shelby Wilkes. He comes from a great program, a program where I played my high school football at Valdosta High School. So one of the winningest teams in the nation, of course. I got to throw that one out there.
You realize you're in LaGrange, Georgia, right?
Yeah. So, no, Shelby's did a great job. He came into the game, and he threw a few completions and got us kind of moved us down the field a little bit. Unfortunately, didn't get a score there at the end. But it was good to see him get some game experience. With Graham Craig being a senior, we're going to kind of have to start looking to the future of who the next quarterback's going to be. And at this point in time, it's Shelby Wilkes.
You mentioned a little story as you were on the bus coming back, and the president of the college texted you and wanted to kind of talk about how proud they were. And I think that's what a lot of the folks that listened or followed the game, they're still very proud of this team. While it was a difficult loss, they know that there's still a lot of season left to play. Just 3-2 in the season, just 1-2 in the conference. Still a great opportunity to continue to show out well in this USA South Conference.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think our guys ever really – I had guys at the end of the game when I pulled Graham, the receivers are like, I still want to play, I still want to play. And so, I appreciate them for that and trying to finish the game off. But, yeah, Dan McAlexander is a wonderful person, and he texted me on the bus on the way home, just said, hey, we still love you guys and we support you and we're here for you. And I think at the point in time, I kind of gave him an earful on all the injuries and where we
You wore out your thumb on your phone, yeah?
Yeah, but that's what it's hard. It was hard to take a loss that a game we really thought we could hang in and maybe have a chance to win. And when you're looking mid-season and you don't have an off week to really rest any guys, these injuries can definitely become a factor.
That's interesting you say that. We're driving right pretty much to I think the break right before the last game, before your bye really comes in. That's a lot of football to be played in a season without a good chance to rest and get ready.
Yeah, we're gonna have 9 weeks of games before we actually have a chance to take a breather, and that's tough.
Well, you mentioned some of the injuries. That's one of the tough things about these guys is they're going to want to come back, and sometimes you have to begin to weigh out the question: do we look ahead and want them to be stronger down the line, or do we go and play them right into the next week, just right after the injury? That's a tough decision-making process for you and your staff, I know.
No, definitely, and especially when they're a senior.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these guys, we got 16 seniors, and so, if you're sitting there talking about, hey, we might need to rest you for a game.
They don't want to hear any of that.
They don't want to hear that, because then that means they're only going to play in 4 more games. And so, it's definitely hard on them, and it's hard on us as a staff, to sit there and decide, hey, it might be in the best interest of the team that you don't play this week.
Well, it's a really a balancing act that you and your staff will have to make to say, look, it's about the team in the season, or it's about you and your individual career. But you've got such real gamers who are about the team. I watch these guys as they come off the field. The defensive guys are high-fiving the offensive guys. Everybody really does a great job of supporting each other on this team.
No, they do. And we talk about that every day. I tell our guys every day, you got to be the most excited team that takes the field, and you always got to pull for each other. I tell our guys a lot that, hey, we don't have to like everyone on the team, but we must love everyone on the team. And so I think that's a huge key, and it really goes a long ways.
I've got this weird image in my head of watching Steven Stinchcomb in boots and jeans jumping up about a foot in the air before a ball game a couple weeks ago. Not able to be in there, but just so fired up for the guys.
Yeah, and he came back this past week,
good,
so it was nice to have him back on the field.
Well, he's definitely somebody that you want there on that offensive line. Let's go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the coaching staff of LaGrange College. But right now, you're listening to the Coach Matt Mumme Football Show right here on Eagle Sports.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com. Let's say you're a coach and your team needs like everything. Uniforms, helmets, balls, anything you need to go and make your team win, you need. And Varsity Sports Center has it. No matter what sport you play, Varsity Sports Center has your gear with the name brand you want, from Russell to Under Armour. They specialize in middle schools, high schools, and, of course, you. So like us on Facebook or call 770-228-2738. That's Varsity Sports Center.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Don't you buy no ugly shirt now. Mm-hmm.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics.
Welcome back to the Coach Matt and Mumme Football Show live here from the Brick House. So we're talking LaGrange College Panther football, and we've been talking about the game from Saturday. We're going to move aside from that. We'll look ahead in a few minutes. But, Coach, I want to talk about the players who did an excellent job Saturday, those players of the week that you've chosen.
Yeah, it's always tough in a loss to sit there and say on Sunday on the game film, anybody actually did good when you lose. But, there's still a lot of guys and there's a lot of highlights. And offensively, really – 3 guys. So the varsity sports offensive players of the week are Sequoia Humes, Isaac Dixon, and Lord Smith, our running backs, who did a tremendous job of running the ball in the game and really giving us opportunities to get down the field and get into scoring position. So my hats are off to those guys for that.
Well, interesting, too, that with the air raid offense that you've got 3 guys that are strong runners in that backfield.
Without a doubt. And they all complement each other. We got some speed and quickness. We've got, strength and size. And so it's a great backfield, and they do a great job supporting each other, too, in that matter. So flipping over to the defensive side, the Aspinwall Defensive Player of the Game 2 weeks in a row now is Scott Tuning. Not a real big surprise here. Scott Tuning does a tremendous job for us, and he once again led the team in tackles. Which you don't always want your free safety leading the team in tackles.
Let's have a linebacker.
That unfortunately means guys are getting down the field. So, but Scott's done a great job.
Scott will step up. He's one of those guys that craves contact. He will step up and try to put a helmet on somebody.
Right.
A shoulder pad. We don't put helmets on people. And
he's going to step in there. And Coach Chambers did a great job this past week of really. Maryville was going to run the ball, and so we talked about it all week. We said, hey, look. Let's get everybody down there in the box. Let's force them to try and throw it. And they had 3 touchdown passes over us. But that was, at the end of the day, I told Coach Chambers, I said, y'all did what you needed to do. We just didn't hold up our part on offense. So
let's go about special teams.
Yeah, special teams player of the week. The Kemp special teams player of the week is Delvin Jordan, who is a sophomore linebacker who played on a lot of special teams. And he actually ran down on kickoff a couple of times and made some big tackles and didn't kind of corralled those guys and didn't let them get loose too often on us. So he's done a good job for us.
What a great opportunity that, especially for a young player, that special teams is many times to get the coaches to notice you, so that you can work into those starting positions. So it's wild abandon. Cut me loose when the ball's kicked in. Watch what I can do.
Yeah, you're running down there like a crazy man. Yeah. There ain't no doubt.
Just trying to find somebody to hit and get to the ball. Maintain my lane so they don't get outside me.
Right. But make the play.
Yeah, that's the key to it.
Go make the play.
We talked about, you mentioned Coach Earl Chambers, who's the defensive coordinator, and a unique role for your team as an assistant head coach. He has a really incredible resume, having played at the University of Georgia, worked with them for a long time as a graduate assistant, was at Valdosta State for a while with James Madison, but he comes in bringing just a ton of experience to your team.
No, we're very lucky to have Earl, here. He's probably, one of those guys that's probably an up-and-comer defensive coordinator that you're going to see on some D1 sideline in the near future. He does a tremendous job with the defensive guys, and he's really in tune to those guys and knows how to get them in the right, in the right situations to be successful. And Coach Chambers and I got to play against each other. I was at Kentucky and he was at Georgia, and unfortunately, he got the better half of both those deals. But, he played safety at Georgia, and he's a Georgia native, so he also brings a wealth of recruiting knowledge for us, to LaGrange College because he knows how to recruit the state. He's from the Atlanta area. And Atlanta is obviously going to be one of our hotbeds for getting recruits. So it's great to have him here.
Well, it's neat too that you both walk in with such a great cachet of knowledge at the D1 level that you can talk to these guys with some authority about, hey, this is how it is.
Right.
This is real football, and I think that the players really respond well to that.
Right. There's no doubt. And trying to give these guys a sense of the D1 level. Mm-hmm. We've done a lot of things with the locker room, like we've talked about, and for those people that haven't seen our uniforms, they're probably top notch, some of the best in probably Division III. So,
with no doubt.
That's been nice. But
we talk a little bit about your coaches. The old man of the group, the guy that's been at LaGrange College the longest, David Shantz. He's been there since the program started. Works there with the offensive line strength coordinator. He's a firebrand in the locker room, I'm sure.
No, Dave is great. Dave's the guy that he's our strength coordinator, so he'll get fired up. He's he can yell and scream when he needs to. I'm kind of more the nice guy, so if I need somebody to
Dave,
get after him about Dave, he start barking a little bit. But no, Dave's done a great job. He's a Tennessee native, and he played his football at Rhodes, and he's done a tremendous job with the offensive line, and he's also done a great job in the strength program in the offseason, which is huge because in Division III, only one person can be in the weight room.
Oh, wow.
And so it's him. Mm. And so in the offseason, I know, hey, Dave's in there with them. They're safe, they're good, and they're going to get work done, and they're going to get bigger and faster and stronger.
Well, with a purpose, not just getting out there doing what they want to. I'm sure he's got a very rigorous plan to get those guys ready for the next level. Because, they're coming in as 18-year-olds out of high school and really need to bulk up in a big way to be able to play at this level.
Right, without a doubt. And that's the name of the game. I mean, then you look at Maryville, and my wife said it, late on the bus Saturday night. She's like, they were just bigger than you, and I'm like, they were. I said, but they're juniors and seniors, and they're grown up. Our guys haven't grown up yet, so we got to get them there.
Another guy that came in last year, as you did, Felton Huggins, and works with the wide receivers. He's been a great addition to this staff.
Yeah, Felton Huggins is awesome. Felton played for my dad and myself at Southeastern Louisiana. He's a Louisiana boy, and he was a receiver for us. Mm-hmm. And Felton has a pretty cool story in that, we got him into practice, and he started catching, getting out there and running routes, and we were throwing post routes, and they were hitting him in the face and ricocheting off the helmet. We're like, Felton, what is wrong? Can you not see? And he couldn't afford contacts.
Oh, wow.
So he couldn't see. So my dad sent him down to the local eye place, got him contacts. He became a 2-time All-American, ended up playing for the Buffalo Bills for 5 years. So
that's remarkable.
He, Felton does a great job. He's been in the NFL. He's played Division I football. He knows what it looks like. And he brings this receiving core. He brings that aspect of the NFL game and the nuances of the NFL game, and is able to show those receivers what it's like.
Those kids seem to really gravitate towards him as well. We're going to take another break, and we'll talk about some of the new folks that have come on staff when we come back. But right now, you're listening to the Coach Matt Mumme Football Show right here on Eagle Sports.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations, successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Hello, folks. My name is Gerald Kemp, owner of Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan and Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange. I purchased this airtime on this station to apologize. Yes, that's right, to apologize to all of you listening. You see, when you come into any one of our 3 stores, you will not find that special can of paint for the bathroom. No washing machines. You see, at Kemp's, we specialize in one thing and one thing only. Floor covering. Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan, Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange, where we do floor covering, and we do it right.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you Want it, but keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
When several generations of one family devote their lives to the relief of pain, you'd better believe they get pretty good at it. Doctors Jim and Keith Aspinwall have followed in their father's footsteps.
Migraines and cluster headaches are not the most common form of headaches, but they tend to be the most painful. They do respond beautifully at Aspinwall because we have a unique system of correcting the cause for the migraine and cluster headache. It's a painless technique that restores mechanical function without use of drugs at all.
With added therapies like massage, physical therapy, and nutritional counseling. Get better. Get online at aspinwallclinic.com.
Oh, wow. All right. The crowd here at the Brick House getting into things. That's great. Welcome back to the Coach Matt Mumme's Football Show right here on Eagle Sports. We've been talking about the coaching staff. Keep it up.
Now they keep going.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's all for you, Coach. That's all for you. We've been talking about some of your coaching staff, and as the head coach this year, you've been able to seek out and bring in some guys that you really feel fit your style, this program. And Kendall Todd, I think, is probably one of the first guys that you think about starting this year working with the defensive line.
Yeah, Kendall Todd is a high-energy person. He is on the field. He is going to be loud, and he's not a very large person. So, the energy that he brings out there to the area he coaches. He coaches the defensive line, and those guys, they're warriors. I mean, they're in the trenches.
They're getting hit
every
play.
They got to be nasty, and so he does a tremendous job. When he was at McMurray University, played in McMurray, and was at McMurray with my dad and myself.
Okay.
When we went there first, and so he's an Arkansas native. So we needed, I wanted to make sure I went
cover the whole
far and wide to get a lot of coaches, but. No, Kendall does a great job for us.
Tyler Boyle's another young man you brought in. He's been working with the quarterbacks, and he's been an excellent addition to your staff as well.
Yeah, Tyler's our Kentucky boy. So he's from Raceland, Kentucky, which is far eastern Kentucky up there near Ashland for anybody that knows Kentucky. And he played basketball in college.
Wow.
So, but Tyler does a tremendous job.
Does he still have a shot? That's the question.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I know he goes and plays with the old guys at lunch in the gym, so I don't know.
All
He
right.
comes back in looking pretty worn out. I kind of wear him out about that. But, no, he does a great job. He has a very important job. He does football operations for us, which is the daily operations of running the football program and, worrying about our travel and where we stay and how we eat and making sure all of our guys are taken care of and making sure our calendars are right and our events are right and all that good stuff. So he's a very important person to have around, and he's doing a great job. He's earning his master's degree, and he's learning a lot of things. So he's got a bright future in front of him.
That's a job that if it goes well, you don't notice him at all. But if one little thing messes up, hey, where is he at?
There is no doubt about that.
But he's had the chance to put that to use the past couple of weeks with a couple of big travel.
No, and again, he's done a tremendous job. I mean, this past week we traveled on Friday, and in the past what they've done is they've eaten Golden Corral on Friday night, which for people out there they might say, hey, for 120 football players that might be pretty cool hitting a buffet, but when you're eating fried chicken and everything's fried, that's not very good to play on the next day. And so he's done a great job of getting. We ate Olive Garden Friday night.
Okay.
Everybody
close one down,
had a nice pasta dish, and
took
we're
it
ready
over
to play on Saturday.
Brandon Crosby, another young man you brought in working with the defensive backs.
Yeah, Brandon Crosby is my surfer guy. So he's from California,
Dude.
and he's got a surfboard. He almost keeps it in the office, even though there's nowhere in LaGrange to use it. But he wears flip flops every day to the office, and he's just he's really laid back. He played Division III football. He played defensive back and receiver. So he's coaching our defensive back. So he kind of knows both sides of the ball.
Kind of neat to have the varying personalities out there. Some guy that laid back, kind of nice to hang around. And another guy very familiar to folks that have followed LaGrange College football for a while, Sean McNamee, coming back as a former player, now working in the coaching staff.
Yeah, Sean is, when I took over as head coach, I really didn't know that I wanted to keep any of the guys that had played at LaGrange College on as a graduate assistant, mainly because I felt like they were too connected to the team. And Sean is just special. I mean, he's a guy. He's from below Jacksonville, Florida, and he really knows how to coach. He really knows how to coach, and he really knows how to recruit. I was able to sign him on in March of last year, or this year, right. March of this year. This back in the spring. And he came on, and I told him, I said, I need you to recruit Florida, and I need you to find us 3 or 4 players. He not only went down there, but he ended up landing like 11 guys from Florida in that short amount of time.
Wow.
So he's really done a fantastic job, done a great job with the linebackers, And
well, he was a hard-hitting player, that's for sure.
He is another guy that, what people probably don't understand about, this small-time football, these guys don't make a lot of money.
Right.
And so, they'll be hard to keep around. The success that they're doing and the jobs that they do, I'm very blessed to have all of them.
Well, it's a coaching fraternity, that's for sure. You just mentioned that you and your father, different school that you were at, that you were able to bring on a guy from here, bring on a guy from there. You network and find these guys that fit so well with different programs.
No, you do. And the one thing I've loved is my staff is amazing, and we all get along great. Mm-hmm. We really work well together. There's rarely an argument. We usually all pretty much feel like, we know what we want out of a recruit. We know what we want on the field. We know what we want this thing to look like and try to make it a championship program.
Well, it's working well with 3-2 in the season, and we got the rest of the season ahead of us. We'll talk a little bit more of that after one more break. Right now, you're listening to Coach Matt Mumme Football Show right here on Eagle Sports.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com. Let's say you're a coach and your team needs like everything. Uniforms, helmets, balls, anything you need to go and make your team win, you need. And Varsity Sports Center has it. No matter what sport you play, Varsity Sports Center has your gear with the name brand you want, from Russell to Under Armour. They specialize in middle schools, high schools, and, of course, you. So like us on Facebook or call 770-228-2738. That's Varsity Sports Center.
Mention LaGrange College and the word one pops up a lot. Like the student-faculty ratio is 11-1. That means plenty of one-on-one time with professors. Our students work for number 1 companies, earn Emmy and Grammy nominations, and they give back to their communities, which is wonderful. We are LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. One visit, and you'll see why. LaGrange.edu/journey.
Kemp's Carpet, your locally owned and operated carpet professional since 1977. Owned by Gerald Kemp and his sons, Brent and Jeff. They are your Mohawk, Shaw, and Armstrong certified flooring dealer with a huge inventory of carpet and vinyl flooring. They have a wonderful installation crew that gets the job done right, so you'll be enjoying your flooring for years and years. So drop in and pick it out. They'll measure and get a free estimate to you quick. Kemp's Carpet, located at 1287 Lafayette Parkway in LaGrange. You're on the web at DaltonWest.com, and you can like them on Facebook at Kemp's Carpet.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
All right, the crowd here at Brickhouse getting behind us once again as we're here with the Coach Matt Mumme Football Show live here on Eagle Sports. Coach, we back home for the next couple of ball games. So we got North Carolina Wesleyan coming in. Coach Jeff Filkowski from Allegheny. There's a lot of fun names to say there with him. But Coach Filkowski bringing his team, the Battling Bishops, in. The 5th time we've played them, leading that series 3-1. Looking forward to a pretty good matchup with North Carolina Wesleyan.
Yeah, they're coming off a win against Averett, and of course, we played Averett a couple weeks ago and won that game. They're a lot like us. They're young, and they're out there and they're running around and trying to make a lot of plays and trying to grow up and get experience and be better. So it should be an interesting game. Jeff does a good job with them. Offensively, we'll try to get our stuff going, and really, this week we'll focus on trying to get those running backs going. But they've got a tremendous young man at running back, Jesse Alston, who is a good player, so we will have to bottle him up for sure.
Yeah, Coach Chambers in that defense, they're going to have their work cut out for them.
They will.
looking just ahead just a little bit, we've got that game against North Carolina Wesleyan. Methodist comes in on the 18th, and that's a homecoming weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so next week will be big. It'll be a homecoming week, so I'm sure we'll have a lot of people here, and we'll be excited about that. I told our guys at this point, we're mid-season. We're 3-2. All we can do is focus one at a time.
Yep, anything can happen. So we got North Carolina Wesleyan coming up. Invite you to join us out at Callaway Stadium for that. We appreciate you joining us tonight for the Matt Mumme Football Show live here from the Brick House. We look forward to seeing you next week on the radio.
You've been listening to the Matt Mumme Football Show with LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme and co-host Jack Mormon here on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The Matt Mumme Football Show was brought to you in part by LaGrange College, National Management Resources, and Bell Dental Center.
Sports Flash.
I'm Amy Lawrence. With the Royals and Orioles advancing to the American League Championship Series, time for the National League to get through its divisional round. Giants host the Nationals at AT&T Park this afternoon. Pitcher